What's up? How you guys doing today? It's your boy, the Executive Director of Film, Mr. Arti here, back with another film session for you guys today. And today we're taking a look at none other than Mayo Man, than the guy who eats bananas with the peels on, the guy who Mel Kiper wet dreams about at night, um, Will Levis, quarterback from the University of Kentucky. This is an extremely polarizing prospect, a prospect that the film and art department has not been kind to in any stretch of the imagination at any point in this draft cycle. But today, it is my humble and privilege, I guess, to give some context on what makes Will Levis good, where does Will Levis need to improve on, and most importantly, who can Will Levis truly become in the NFL. Let's not waste any more time. Let's get right into the film. Well, well. If it ain't time to watch Will Levis play quarterback, this is a prospect that I have been very, very outspoken on through this entire 2023 draft cycle, going back to August. It's a guy who I've called mid, I've called weird, annoying. But at the end of the day, he's one of the best quarterbacks in this class. Not the best, Mel Kiper, but he's one of the best. And he deserves a film session. And as the person who scouts the quarterbacks in this department, it's only right that I give him his full due, his full justice. Will Levis. What do you need to know? Okay. Started his career at Penn State, 2019. Couldn't beat out Sean Clifford. We'll just leave that there. Transfers to Kentucky in 2021 and had a pretty good year. Helped with Wando Robinson and Josh Ali outside. He led Kentucky to a 9-3, 10-3 record. Pretty good. Best record in Kentucky football in a while. You know? This year, he's mid. But there was reasonings. There was some lingering injuries, shoulder. You see there, he delivers that ball when he gets plastered on. You can see it from the cartel angle here. He gets absolutely plastered on this play. Still has a good throw though. But he battled through a lot of injuries. Left shoulder. That's why he couldn't throw going to his left. That's why there's nothing on him. Excuse me. On this film, just throwing to his left. Had a toe injury as well, so he didn't run as much in 2022. So, yeah. Will Levis is a polarizing prospect. Some of his strengths. Will Levis has a insanely strong arm. I think he's got the second strongest arm in the class, only subpar to Anthony Richardson from Florida. It's funny that one that pass almost got picked into that the two guys with the strongest arms are the two guys with the longest quarterback sessions that are the most polarizing. As I scratch my chin there on that one, I think that's kind of funny. But Will Levis, man, as you can see, he's extremely tough in the pocket. He can have people draped all over him and make throws, to people. Again, here against the University of Georgia, national championship defense right here, and he's got pressure right in his face and in his throwing lane and makes the throw accurately. This is a guy who is also not extremely athletic, but pretty athletic. He can get you seven. If it's third and 7, he can get you to 8, 9. Not get you 12, but get you 8 or 9. It's your first down. You feel me? I saw something this morning when I was going through all this tape. As most of you guys know, I'm a Dallas Cowboys fan, and the one player that Will Levis definitely reminds me of is absolutely Dak Prescott. You know, as we transition a little bit into the weaknesses here, Dak Prescott coming into his rookie season, he was very raw, like Levis is right now. Better processor, but he's very raw like Levis right now. Didn't have the arm that Levis has, I'll tell you that. But he can stay in the pocket, make tough throws. He can extend plays if he needs to. He can read the defense all right, and he can be developed into something. And I feel like that's who Will Levis is. Will Levis is a Dak Prescott type of quarterback, to where you love the arm talent, you love the athleticism, you bet on the upside, and you see where it goes, see where it takes you. There's also the other side to him, which is Carson Wentz. The comps for Will Levis, for me, is a Dak Prescott and Carson Wentz, which is absolutely hilarious because Dak Prescott and Carson Wentz are two quarterbacks that literally had people arguing for months, years even, who was better. So I feel like it's funny how history has a sense of humor. But so Will Levis, as you can see, he's got a very strong arm. He fist the ball in there on this play. Really, 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 really underrated deep ball passer. You're gonna see that later in the film session. He's got a bunch of just absolute dimes down the field, just dimes. Right here, we're just going through him attacking the middle of the field. Seeing how accurate he can be when he's on time and on schedule. You don't love his release, but it gets to where it needs to get to. So I guess it's okay. He's definitely gonna have to improve his pocket mechanics, though. That's one of his biggest weaknesses, in my personal opinion. I think he gets really, really deer in headlights. Hence the Carson Wentz comparison, because it's almost like you panic too fast and too much, bro. Like, chill. There's sometimes where he'll literally run into linemen when no one's even really near him. Like, you're going to see it in the play coming up, but he's going to take the snap. He's going to rush this. Well, the play clock's running down. He's going to rush the snap. He's going to try to bail out before he needs to, because there's not even pressure there, and it's going to lead to a turnover. So, yeah. See there the ability to get that ball out. Really, really strong arm. Be able to get that past that arm of that defender there, that cover 2 shell. He's also got an extremely quick release when he wants to. Yeah, man, Will Levis is by no means a bum. I mean, I think Will Levis in this class has actually become a little underrated. So I was actually kind of caping for him today in a group chat with some of my friends, because it's almost like Will Levis become underrated. At first he was overrated, but now he's become underrated because it's like nobody's considering him even like as a quality prospect. That's a hell of a throw. Let me just say that. I'm spitballing here, just trying to give you some information on Will Levis, but you see that arm talent right there, the ability to get that ball out and away, or Wando Robinson can make that catch and bounce. Great throw there. Same thing here, another long throw out by the numbers, showing that arm strength. But yeah, Will Levis has become severely underrated. I mean, I don't think he's a top 2 quarterback either. Like, I don't think he's anywhere near Bryce or Stroud, but you can have the conversation with him and Richardson. You can have it. It's a legitimate debate for me. You feel me? Because Will Levis is definitely a better quarterback than Anthony Richardson right now.
But Will Levis won't be better than Anthony Richardson even if Anthony Richardson reaches just half his potential. But as you're seeing here, Will Levis has a lot of things he can clean up. Very, very inaccurate, very sporadic, inaccurate too. Like there are times where he'll just miss, just to miss. It's crazy. Transitioning here into the running phase, where we show off a little bit of that athleticism. Like I said, he's not a bad athlete at all. I wouldn't say he's a great athlete, but he's by no means a slouch in the athletic department. He's no Josh Allen or anything like that, but he's like Dak is and like Carson Wentz. He can get you a first down, maybe more, if he's motivated and healthy. He also plays with the edge. I saw that on tape this morning. After going through all of it, he just plays such a competitive edge. He's very competitive. The Louisville game that is not shown on this session, but he would repeatedly, every time he scored, he would put the Lou down. You like to see that as a scout. You like to see a guy who's competitive and wants to win, wants to, be the best. He also talks a very, very good game. I mean, I wouldn't call him arrogant, but he's very, very, very confident in himself. So you don't have to worry about that in that department. But I do think with the athleticism, like you see that's great. That's some Josh Allen stuff right there. That ain't gonna lie. Me personally, I ain't gonna lie. I wouldn't go up like that as a quarterback because I know my arms, my legs are just as important as my arm technically because I can't throw the ball with no legs. But I mean, me personally, I think that's just crazy. That's just a really good play. But anyways, I think not with Allen. Gosh, oh my gosh. For the love of God, please stop calling this man Josh Allen because he's not. He's absolutely not. Stop it, please. I mean, I beg of you. I beg of you. Stop calling this man Josh Allen. His name is Will Levis. His comp is Dak Prescott and Carson Wentz. Thanks, management. Yeah, I think with Levis, it's there's that play I was talking about, deer in headlights. I think with Levis, something else that I would need some work on is the processing. A lot of times on tape, even with the pro style offense, the reading of defenses is not there. And even when he does read it, there are times where defenses can easily fool him or bait him into throws that he shouldn't be making, which will need to improve at the next level severely if he wants to, become the quarterback that he think he can become. Now, when you start talking about where Will Levis fits, we know for sure he's probably not going to be top 2 quarterbacks taken. That's pretty much confirmed to be either Bryce Stroud in some order. Will he get drafted over Richardson? Probably not. I think it's looking like the Raiders for him. Golly, gosh. Dang. No, that's on the other line, but I mean, you gotta be aware of your surroundings, bro. Anyways, I think the Raiders are a good spot for him. They can get with a coach like Josh McDaniels who can really get the best out of you and help clean up some of these errors like here, just holding on to the ball too long and, some of these errant throws you're going to see here in a minute. I think Josh McDaniels can help clean that up, clean up his mechanics. He could definitely help him clean up his mechanics. Not saying he needs to be, like a Tom Brady passer or anything like that, but his mechanics have got to improve. I mean, he's got happy feet in the pocket, and that's a no-go. That's no bueno in the NFL. Also, too, I mean, you have to make throws like this. This is absolutely ridiculous. Dude is wide open, and you just throw it behind him, make him turn around. Just give him the ball in front and he scores very easily. See here, another wild miss, errant throw. The dude's open, but he's so excited with the Trevor Lawrence ball fake that he overshoots him. Again here. coming on a slant or coming on a in breaking route and overshoots him by 10 yards. Trying to fit it through 3 defenders. He's really confident in his arm. I got to give him that. He's got that, definitely got that Brett Favre mentality. But he's not Brett Favre. At least right now, he's not. This throw here, he's got 84 wide open, but again, the throw is behind and away from his body, and it just ends up being picked because of that. And we got here. I mean, I don't know where you're throwing it on this one. I mean, just dang near a baseball pitch at that point. And yeah, you're reading the defense. You have 3 people in that area. Like, you're not completing that pass. You might as well just throw it away. But that wasn't a throwaway. Here, just behind and away from the body. You see a lot of these misses are away and behind. That shows that it's not only just reading defenses. It's also the accuracy. The accuracy is going to improve greatly. Now, Will Levis has a turnover problem. A huge turnover problem. He fumbles and will throw interceptions a ton. He threw 13 picks his junior year, 2021, and threw 10 this year. So he has 23 turnovers, not even including fumbles, for his entire college career. So that's a boatload of turnovers. Here we're gonna start showing something positive. I'm gonna get to the fade here. Ooh, I'm sorry, they faked me out. That's the end of the game right there. I thought they were gonna show the fade right before this play, but it's apparently the fumble. Holding on to the ball too long. Yeah. Man, how did my own tape get me? That's crazy. My own tape faked me out. But yeah, again here, this is a heck of a read by Mayo Man, who's a stud, by the way, stud cornerback in this class. But this is one of those plays where you gotta throw the ball. You gotta throw the ball, a little more upfield there. He throws it so short that not only does Forbes see it, but he also easily picks it off. Now, this also could be blamed on the receiver who's blocking, but it also could be blamed on the receiver as well for not cutting in enough so that there's a collision there. So it's multi-layered, but Levis takes most of the blame. Same thing here, just short arm throw, just really bad read. It was quick, so he thought he was still trying to go quick, and he was trying to get the ball out as quickly as possible, but you can't short arm throw it. You got to get it up and away. Instead, he puts it low and tight, and yeah, it's a pick. Red zone pick. Can't have that. Big no-no in the NFL. Nobody wants a red zone interception. They have red zone interceptions more than anything else. Gotta protect the ball in the red area. Speaking of protect the ball in the red area, another throw just too low allows Keely Ringo to just sit underneath that and get the easiest interceptions he's had probably his whole career. Man, threw it right to him. Made the tackle though. That boy made the tackle for sure. Then he had safety help too. Yeah, that was too easy for Ringo. Too easy. So yeah, you see, man, there's a lot of meat on the bone left as far as things that Will Levis can work on. The turnovers are a huge problem. They happen often. They happen in multiple ways. I'm showing in different games, some fairly similar mistakes. So it's got a lot he's got to work on. Here, another underthrown ball. I think with Levis, just being objectively honest, I think he trusts his arm way too much. You see here, this is actually a good decision, However, he trusts his arm so much that he just throws it short. Despite the receiver having separation. This is a heck of a tight window throw. First of all, I don't know what kind of fade that is. That's the ugliest fade I've ever seen, but the ball placement there was phenomenal. But that was an awesome throw. See here, we're getting him on the move. What it looks like on the move. Not a lot of this in 2022 because of his injuries. They tried to really make him a pocket passer, which I think was a detriment to him, despite his injury. I think they should have got him on the move way more. See, the way he turns his body even looks like Dak a little bit. The way he throws the ball, the way he turns his body. I also say Dak Prescott because I think at Will Levis' ceiling, he could be a Dak Prescott type of quarterback. Now, if you ask me, I think Dak Prescott's top 5 quarterback in this league. Do I think Will Levis can be a top 5 quarterback in this league? No, more like top 10. But I think Dak is the ceiling. I think if everything hits, if Will Levis gets with the right coaching, with the right offensive coordinator, with the right weapons, with improves on everything he needs to work on, like accuracy and ball placement and consistency and pocket mechanics and pocket poise and everything hits on everything, I think he can be a Dak Prescott type of player for certain. And now we get to the film session where we get to salivate over this man making incredible throws. You're gonna see here that there's nothing to say there. You see the arm, you see the throw. Like there's nothing to say. Just let him cook. But this one we have to talk about. But I'm just gonna let it run first. Y'all remember when we did CJ Stroud's film session and I showed that play where he went from one hash and threw it to the other? That's essentially what Will Levis just did. I mean, you want to talk about arm talent? You want to talk about throwing a ball literally to the other hash on the move with the defender in your face? I mean, this is what Will Levis can do at his best. When he's on, when he has time. This is what Will Levis can do. He's got a cannon, bro. Make no mistake about it. He's got a cannon. A rocket is attached to his right arm. I mean, this is an NFL throw, but this is like one of those Josh Allen type of throws. Like, no, don't get me wrong, he's no Josh Allen, but that's a Josh Allen type throw right there. To just fling that with the flick of a wrist across your field to the other hash, across your body to the other hash. Crazy throw. What we got next? What's up next? Shoot. Hey, you can measure that yourself. Let's see how long that throw was. Let's see. He drops back foot from the 36 to the 10. Damn. I mean, what else can you say? What else can you say? That's awesome. That's all arm. That's all any team like the Raiders. I wouldn't say the Colts. I think the Colts are probably going to take Anthony Richardson at 4. Or maybe they trade up for him. I don't know. But that's all one of those teams needs is a guy that can develop and then hit long balls like this. Because in the NFL today, you need a guy who can really hit these athletic and dynamic wide receivers in stride. Now, he hasn't hit anybody in stride yet, but you see the arm talent. I mean, he's doing this with guys who are not unproven, but who aren't like, elite players. Wando Robinson, as good as he was not like a Jameson Williams. You feel me? So I just can't, help but think like, what does Will Levis look like with Devontae Adams? You feel me? Now, well, I won't say that Will Levis should sit out a year. I think he would be ready. I think he's ready to play football this year coming up. But I think it'd be smarter if he did sit. I think it'd be smarter if he did sit, because that way he would have the time to really really develop into the player that he could be at his best next year. See here, another throw from one ass to another. Oh, yeah, man, this guy's arm is sick. It's crazy. It's when he's got time and he run these type of concepts, he can really show off. I mean, he can really show off. I can just see him now, going to a situation where he's got talent around him, and he can just hit these long passes to speedy and good route running receivers and really succeed. I can really see it. He's got to put the work in. He's got to work on that pocket presence, because that pocket presence is definitely giving Carson Wentz, for sure. There's no doubt about that. But you put this kid in a situation where he can really be groomed into a player that he can be groomed into a Dak Prescott type of quarterback, then no question that Will Levis is not only worth a top 10 pick, but he's right up there with Anthony Richardson, in my opinion, as far as maybe being picked in the top 5 as well. I mean, at this point, we're just having fun. You gotta see this. This is silly. This is crazy. The combine, he said he had a cannon, and it's funny. I knew he had a cannon. I just wanted to see how accurate he could be. Everybody knows that Will Levis has a strong arm. It's just the accuracy needs to improve on a more consistent basis for him to be taken, more seriously as a potentially elite quarterback. But hey, just like what I said with Quentin Johnston, just like I said with these other guys, that have potential, like Anthony Richardson. It's just all about work ethic, man. It's about how hard you work, how consistent you are with your work, and it's being in the right situation. A lot of times, these draft picks, these prospects, they end up the way they end up because of the situation they're in. For example, tying it back to Dak Prescott. Dak Prescott was in literally the best situation he possibly could have been in. The Cowboys had already built an offensive line for Tony Romo with the draft picks of Tyron Smith, Zach Martin, Travis Frederick, the signing of La'el Collins, you feel me, in undrafted free agency. They had already, they had Ron O'Leary at left guard at the time, you feel me? They had really invested in the offensive line. Then they got the stud that once was Ezekiel Elliott at running back in the top of the draft. So the Cowboys were, and then they also had Dez Bryant, Cole Beasley, Terrence Williams, who's bad, but we're not gonna talk about it. So the Cowboys' offense was stacked. So he was walking into nearly a perfect situation for him, and he exploited it. And I feel like Levis can do the same thing. You put him in Las Vegas. I'm sorry, and you have him throwing to Devontae Adams and Hunter Renfrow, and I think he can have some success. And with Josh Jacobs in the backfield, I think he has some serious success. Yeah, I do. And it's not me caping for him. I'm not changing up or anything. I still think he's mid, but he's mid that can be corrected. You know, I'm always gonna be the evaluator, the scout who definitely feels that no matter what with these prospects, no matter what they have done in the past, whether it's character concerns or issues that are really, really hampering, unless they're like 5'6", run a 4.9 and hate football, then I think these guys have the potential to reach their potential and become good football players. Everybody has a chance to become a good football player. I think that Will Levis, despite the fact that he, puts mayonnaise in his coffee, despite the fact that he eats bananas with the peel on, despite the fact that Mel Kiper wet dreams about him at night, despite the fact that he couldn't beat out Sean Clifford at Penn State for 2 years, despite the fact that, he statistically was one of the worst quarterbacks in the SEC as far as throwing in multiple categories. I think if you get him with the right coach, I think if you get him with the right coordinator and the right system with players, talented players around him, I think you get a really, 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 really good young NFL quarterback. It's a lot of ifs, a lot of buts, but hey, it's our job as scouts, man. Our job is to wonder, say if, and yes, give buts. A lot of butt giving, a lot of if giving. This is fun, man. I'll see y'all next week.
And that's it. Please like this video. Please subscribe to this channel. We have been grinding, working hard, pumping these film sessions out like crack in the 80s, man. We've been working hard, really, really hard for the past month. You guys have seen my face a lot. I'm gonna get a well-deserved break next week. Well-deserved break. Monday, Christian Gonzalez's film session will be hitting the platform. Tuesday, Joy Porter's. Thursday, Jalen Carter's. And Friday, Devon Witherspoon. And Dalen, Alex are gonna really hold it down next week. I'll be back on Saturday though, with Hendon Hooker, and then a special treat. Special treat will be happening on April 1st. But hey, man, please like this video. Please subscribe to this channel. We're all hardworking, young men of color, just trying to build something special. So please support us on the way there. Because like I always say, you can either feel us now or you can feel us later, but you're definitely going to feel us, for sure. Like I said, thank you guys for tuning in today. Hope you guys enjoyed the context, enjoyed the thoughtfulness, enjoyed the thinking out of the box with the Dak Prescott and Carson Wentz comp. So, yeah. Hope everybody has a blessed day.